right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the last game of the weekend for your North Pittsburgh Wildcats as they're going to take on the Erie Otters. I've seen the Otters a few times this season. Generally have great success, but have trouble getting past their goaltender, who's an absolute wall back there. And speaking of walls, still want to go back and talk about the performance that Maddie turned in last night. An absolute stunner of a game. North Pittsburgh was able to take a 2-0 win over the Rochester Junior Americans. So let's see if they can bring that spirit, that pep, that juice to this morning's game at 7 a.m. So I'm not sure. Not sure. I've seen some tired and grumpy faces this morning, but let's see. Get on that ice and get that wind in your face. A lot of times it'll wake you up. So, all right. So it looks like we're going to keep the same lines as yesterday and come with FA, Wellington, and Pierrot, and have Palumbo and Buckwalter. And we're off. Puck's down. Taken by the Otters. Pressured by Wellington. Back checked by FA. Throws it to the point. Wellington there. Now it goes the stick of FA. Look out. She's got a step. She has Perot. 2-on-1. And tried to hit her just over the stick. Now Wellington follows on. Shot. That goes into the corner. And up to Buckwalter. She tries to go low. Taken away by the winger. And held in nicely. Nice play there by Buckwalter. Now Perot. And offsides are the Wildcats. Clock's still running. There we go. All right. All right, so we're going to come out with AA, Chismeyer, and Watts. We'll have Gannon and Boy as your D pairing. And won by the Otters. They look, throw it up the wall. And taken by the winger. Look out, stepped up on by Gannon. Nice back check by AA. Can't get the defenseman out of her. Responsible center as well. That one's going to not be held in, and no icing. Watts is in a foot race. She's going to get there. And pulls up. Centers. Off the skate of AA. Shot. Save. Rebound. Saved again. Beautiful work. So I apologize for the long, far distance here. It's a small rink, and this is kind of the best vantage point we can get, which is far away on one end and way too close in the other. So you're just going to have to kind of follow along here with me, and we'll do the best we can. And that one goes to Boy at the point. She rims it down low. And Watts applies pressure. And takes it away once, but not able to get it again. Now Gannon's in a foot race. And she's going to rim it around to Boy. And Boy chips it up the wall to Chismeyer. And thrown back in. Taken by Gannon over to the wall to Chismeyer. And she's going to throw it up. They're going to call it an ice. She touched it. And we're going to get the icing anyways. All right, so 10:20 remaining first period. And there we go. So I'm sure everyone's going to, well, we'll talk about it later. All right, so we've got Butcher, Shields, Bowen with Palumbo and Wright. Butcher steps in and wins that one over to Palumbo. And Palumbo chips it up the wall, goes through everyone, and Butcher has a step, pressures. Now Bowen follows up. She tips it and continues on and dumps it on net and held and covered by the goaltender of the Otters. Not sure if that was a shot attempt or a pass, but it ended up going in onto the goaltender for a shot. And Butcher does battle. And it goes to Shields. No, it goes to Butcher. Now Bowen comes over. She tips it down. And they go off the wall and back to center red. And in the referee's skates, he almost ate it. Did not look stable on his skates there. And they come. Look out. Otters got a chance. Stepped up by Palumbo. Shot coming. And that one's on top of the net. Don't see that happen very often. And shot. Nice play by Palumbo to block that. And she goes up the wall to Bowen. And Bowen's going to chip it down. Has Shields. Just misses her. And back come the Otters. Butcher over, applies pressure. The Otters headman it nicely. And now Butcher, all the way back from her center position, will gather on and has speed. Look out. She's winding up. Oh, she gets tripped. Penalty coming. And Bowen goes to Puro. And in goes Puro. 1-on-3. Shot. That gets knocked aside. She continues on, and it's going to be gathered on by the Otters. So with 9 minutes remaining first period, the Wildcats are going to go to the power play. So we're going to have the line of F.A. Wellington and Puro with Gannon and Buckwalter. Oh, hold on. We're waiting for the penalty to be put up. So while we wait for that, there we go. So it was actually on the wrong side, but we'll take it. They know who it is. And the puck battled for, taken by Wellington, and she dumps that one down on the net, behind the net, excuse me, and FA will apply pressure. And that one goes by everybody. Going to be an icing. No icing. How is that not? There we go. Yes. The back official said no icing. The front one said yes. Luckily, we got the right guy to make the call. Oh, there was a puck stuck in the net. Officials, I guess, forgot to check the net, and that could have been confusing. Again, you know, it's a big tournament weekend, and it's the 7 a.m. game. We're not drawing the cream of the crop here. FA applies pressure. Nice play, though, by the Otters defenseman. Oh, in front. Oh, just missed Puro. Was Wellington with the backhand pass. It was like she had eyes in the back of her head to see Puro coming down. Just slipped by. That one's saved by Kaler. And into the corner, another one saved by Kaler. Wow, the Erie Otters putting on some shots here on the penalty kill. And that one hits a skate and just goes wide. And up to the point it goes. And taken by Puro. She chips it, but not out. Now it's taken by Gannon. And Gannon's going to push. She hits Wellington. Nope, off a skate. And taken by nobody yet. There we go. Puro has it. Look out. She's going to wind it up now. Continues on. And overtaken by the Otters. FA applies pressure, but it goes back to Boyd center red. And she jumps it in. Offsides are the Wildcats. So you can see the forwards there, not used to playing with each other, quite not sure where everyone's going to be. It's going to take a little while to get used to the adjustment with your new line mates, and it's good though. It's exciting because we've got girls getting to go out and play with new line mates, and so they worked very well last game, and just a couple of the kinks this game, and it's awesome. So. Taken by the Otters, able to hold and sustain pressure right now. Taken by Watts. So we do have Chismeyer, Watts, and Double A with Gannon and Boy out there. And Chismeyer applies pressure. That motor just keeps going, man. She has the puck, looks, centers, hits a skate, goes to Double A. She looks. That gets blocked. It goes to Watts. She's not able to get the shot off. And held in nicely by Palumbo. That was not Gannon, I'm sorry. The white helmet and the one gets me every time. And taken by the Otters. Can see some real development here from the Otters this season too. The first time we played them, it was so lopsided shots-wise, and still wasn't great the second time as far as lopsidedness. But they're certainly showing much better skill set and just a challenge for the Wildcats here. So, and that one's thrown all the way down. Going to be icing, and the front official waves it off this time. And taken by Otters. Look out. Got a chance. Another shot. Rebound held with a late whistle. All right, so we'll get a line change. We'll have Butcher, Bowen, and Shields with White and Gannon. And Butcher steps in and wins that one. Shields knocks it forward, but taken away. And the Otters take a shot. That goes in. Save made. Rebound held again. Kaler looks to be just as sharp as yesterday. And now Shields takes it once, twice. Now Gannon has it and hits the skate. Not able to get it out. And Wright comes down, goes to Bowen, and she chips it up the wall and hits Caitlin Butcher. On a breakaway she comes, has wheels, shot, save made, rebound. Talking to the coaching staff last night, they were looking for the wingers on this line to chip it up and let Butcher use her speed to run into the puck, and we've seen that now 2 games in a row. It's fantastic coaching and great ideas. Making the team better all around. Pirot with the shot. Oh, that one sizzled, just hit the shoulder. Excuse me. And it goes to F.A. Backhand, knocked away by the goaltender. Pirot with the shot. Rebound, that gets knocked aside. Here comes some pressure now from the Wildcats. And in front, rebound, it sits there. It's still there. And I don't know why we got a whistle because of a hand pass? I believe they called a hand pass on North Pittsburgh. So, good officiating there, though, to not blow the whistle amongst the scrum. And FA wins that forward. Oh, Pirot gets tripped. Stepped on the stick, but still a trip. And Buckwalter's back. She chips it up and goes to FA. FA chips it up and goes to the official, unfortunately. And offsides are the Otters. And double A Watts, Chismar, Gannon, and Boy. And that one just skipped over the stick of Watts. No ice. It was touched by the Otters defenseman. They rim it around. There's Chismar, and she does battle. Now double A, and Chismar comes out with the puck. Dumps it down low. No, it hit the defenseman. Oh, look out. Here we go. Shot. Watts. Save. Rebound. Covered and held by the Otters goaltender. It's one there you'd like the puck to get off the ground a little bit. The Otters goaltender seems to just take away post to post down low pretty easily. But almost there for the rebound too. And that one's won by the Otters. Double A with the back check, and that one's going to be thrown down in an icing. And we'll get a whistle now with 3:59 to go. First period. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse, I guess. Seemingly every time I stay in a hotel, I get sick at some point, so I think that's what's happening. Crackling and, sorry, it's crackling and sounding a little weird. But anyways, we've got Butcher, Bowen, and Shields. That one's going to be on net, no icing. And she's going to hold it. And we're going to face off now with 3:47 to go. In steps Butcher. And won by the Otters. Shields out to the point to apply pressure, chips it up, and Bowen goes. Nope, now Butcher's going to get there. Bowen cuts to the net, and it's going to be knocked aside by the goaltender of the Otters into the corner. Had a chance at a 2-on-1, just quite weren't able to get possession of it. And back on the Otters. Outletted, beautifully stepped up on by Boy. Now Wright does the same thing, and Butcher has it. And she goes to Shields. Shields looks, and offsides are the Wildcats. All right, so we'll have F.A. Pirot, Wellington, Palumbo, and Wright. And there's a scrum at the blue line. Now Pirot has it. She gets stepped up on immediately. And back come the Otters. Palumbo comes over, pushes the puck into the corner. Wright comes over, and centering pass. Look out. Ooh, that just skipped over. And taken by Efe. In her skates. And it goes to Palumbo. Nice play there. Had two Otters right in her face. Still kicked it off the boards and got it down the ice. Now taken by Wright. Wright tried to go back through, but neutral zone's clogged up by the Otters. In they come. Shot. That's knocked aside by the blocker of Kaler, and into the corner it goes. Otters have possession. Centering goes by everyone. Goes to FA. It's 2-on-2. Outlets to Palumbo. Oh, she just missed it. And FA follows on just off of her. There it is into Wellington. Shot. Save made. Looked to just catch the toe of the goaltender of the Otters. Palumbo with the shot. That one's knocked aside by the goaltender. And back come the Otters. Nice play by Palumbo to use the skates to stop that one. And thrown back to center red. And Wright steps up, pushes the puck into the corner. And Palumbo gathers on. And that gets knocked off of her stick. Centering pass goes through everyone. And Puro down. She hits it. Still won't get out, though. And it goes past two North Pittsburgh players in behind the net. Centering pass taken away by Palumbo. Shot. Save. No. Skate save by F.A. Sorry, there's a big pole right in the middle. I have to keep going from side to side. I'm anticipating what happens, just not always seeing it. Knocked aside by Kaler and taken by Puro. And she's not able to get into the zone. Goes over to Watts. And now off the stick of Gannon in behind the net. Nice. Oh, just Double A was looking to the left. The pass came to the right, and they waved off the icing. I'm not sure why, but we'll take it. Centering pass. Just past the stick of Chismeyer, and she applies pressure. Not able to get there, though. The Otters really want to push. They like to split and push out. Offsides, no call there. All right, we'll take it. Chismeyer not able to get there, though. And that one gathered on by Gannon. She looks, and this time cut off by the Otters, and offsides have a whistle with 22.3 seconds remaining. First period. So Buckwalter, Bowen, Shields, Butcher, Bowen, Shields, Buckwalter, and Gannon on your defense. And that one's thrown back to center red and dumped all the way into the zone. Knocked aside by Keeler, and up to Shields it goes. Chips it up into the bench. Buckwalter had a step. I keep doing that. Butcher had a step. Unfortunately, Buckwalter's right in front of me. So that's the name that's in my head. Too many B's. So 7.4 to go. And that one's shot into the corner. Over comes Buckwalter. Chips it up to Bowen. And to the point it goes. That'll do it for first period action. Join us back here momentarily while we take a small intermission. All right. Waiting for the goaltender to get in the net here. All right. So we're going to have the same 5 as we ended the period with, and that one's taken by Butcher, and she continues on. In 1-on-2, and shot, that gets blocked, and thrown to center, thrown to the point, nope, back to center Ed, there it goes, now taken by Boy, she chips it up the wall to Shields, who gets onside, and Peyton continues on, kicks it forward, and continues to chip and push, and thrown to the point. Not able to hold in, jumped over the stick of Palumbo. She'll go back to her own blue line to gather on, and sends it up the ice, up the boards to Shields, and she chips it once, now twice, taken by Butcher. She has it, cuts to the net, shot, that's blocked, and thrown to the point, and gathered on by Boy. Boy goes to Palumbo, and Palumbo's going to push. She dumps it in, and Effe's on the ice. She's going to challenge. Nope, actually it's Palumbo that challenges. Goes over the point to Bowen. Bowen tried to hit Palumbo, misses her, and Puro with the shot, save, rebound. That one goes to Wellington, just on, and she looks, goes to the front of the net to Efe, and hits a pow. Now Efe does battle. She still has it. Goes in front to Puro. Goaltender save once, twice. Oh, Puro gets hammered from behind. Oh, wow. He's calling the icing, but so Coach Adamowski asked the official, like, what's the call there? Like, she got absolutely hammered from behind, but appears to be all right. All right, so we're going to have AA Watts and Chismeyer with Wright and Gannon at the point. That shot taken by the defense of the Otters, held in nicely by Gannon, found Chismeyer in the back door, shot, save, rebound, save. AA with the shot, once, twice, 3. Well, we knew this was kind of how it was going to go after watching this goaltender this season. Just, she puts on a show. And won by the Otters, stepped up on by Wright, knocks it over to the sidewall, and Watts fights for it, and it goes to Gannon. She's met immediately with pressure, does a nice spin, finds Watts, who tips it up, and AA's in a foot race. And she's going to apply pressure and takes the puck away. Now continues forward, though, by the defenseman. Nice play there by the defenseman of the Otters. Look out. Gannon's in a foot race. And she wins it. Beautiful play there. Look out. All right. And it goes up to Chismeyer. She throws it to the point, and taken by AA. She chips it up to Watts. If they push, they can hurry. Watts skates, looks, and offsides. Can admit I didn't even look. Completely missed it. All right, so now we're going to have Butcher, Shields, Bowen with Buckwalter and Palumbo. They love to throw Buckwalter in there as well. It's like coaches like, let's see how many B's we can throw out there for him. So Bowen and Shields come in to fight for the puck. It's won by the Otters, though, and they dump it in. Palumbo first on the puck. She goes up the wall, and they center it to the Otters. Thrown back to the point, and taken by Shields. Just gets it out nicely there, and it goes to Palumbo. Slash coming against North Pittsburgh. Can't believe you make that call when you let somebody get absolutely tagged from behind. But they do. So 9:09 to go, second period. Going to have a forward line of Efe and Puro with Boy and Gannon as your D pairing. Oh, they didn't. They made even up. They made 4-on-4. Okay. So I don't know. Usually that's coincidentals and it's 5-on-5. I'm not sure what the call is. Erie's not sure either. Talking to the official. And we're waiting for the penalties to go both sides. So, yeah, apparently they're putting them up separately. All right, so the game clock is if the guy's holding it up, looking for the officials, and no one's answering him. Um, Trying to figure out like. So now they're taking the Otters player out of the box, and she does not look happy to be out of the box. And now, so yeah, we definitely have some 7 a.m. officials here. All right. Anyways, seem to have it sorted out now. We are on the penalty kill. The Otters have the man advantage, woman advantage, and that one's thrown in behind the net and thrown up the wall to Puro, and she chips it up to Fa. Can she get there? Oh, she's there. Not able to get stick on puck though. Really close. Now taken away though by Puro. She's thrown in front. She has it shot. That hits. Oh, she got high sticked and took that one in the chin. And look out. Back they come 3-on-1 to the Otters. And offsides. And a late shot. All right, so we're going to have Wellington replace Puro. 8:34 to go, 25 seconds remaining in the disadvantage for North Pittsburgh. And that one hits off some bodies, goes through, and now thrown back to center red. And FA pushes again. They rim it around. Wellington over there. She chips it, and FA takes it. Centering pass just off the skate. Now another centering pass. That's knocked away by the Otters. Otters have 5 players in one spot on the ice. It was the oddest thing. Penalty over. Chismeyer on. And into the corner it goes. Centering, that goes through everybody. And taken on by the Otters. Gathered on by Boy. She throws it up to Wellington. And Wellington comes in. Dumps it down low off the official. And FA has it shot. Save! No, that hit the defenseman. Again, the post is in the way. Shot by FA. Rebound once, twice. Held. No. Says no. .33 to go. Double A, Watts, Chismar, and then Wright and Palumbo. Centering pass, look out. She's got wheels. Shot, save made. Beautiful glove save by Kaler. Absolute monster save there. It's been all North Pittsburgh. Would have been horrible to have one go in that instance. We've got ourselves a goaltending duel. And Watt pushes to the point. She's got a step. And nice play by the defenseman on their backside to make the play. Now puck gets stuck in the skates. And nice active stick there by Palumbo. Watt throws it back to center. Watts throws it back to center, excuse me. And taken by Watts. Now Palumbo has it. And nice play there by Chismar to find double A. But the Otters take it away and back they come. And Wright steps up. That shot gets blocked. Knocked into the corner there by Keeler, who sees that one clearly and just knocks it aside. Puck comes up to Watts. She chips it around and continues forward. Nice play there by Watts. Shot, save, and held by the goaltender of the Otters. Goaltender has a custom goalie stick that says Otters on it as well. All right, so we've got Butcher, Shields, Bowen, Gannon, and Buckwalter. And that's won by Butcher, but attempted shot by Bowen gets blocked, and back they come. Butcher hounds the puck beautifully from the center position with the back check. And puck goes up the wall. And it goes to Buckwalter. Now chips it up to Shields. And she's met with resistance at the center ice point. And back come the Otters. Pass there goes to Boy. Boy goes to Butcher. And Butcher in 1-on-2. Drives wide. Uses that speed. Continues on. Shot goes wide of everything. Now Bowen over to pursue. No, goes all the way to the point to Gannon. She holds it in. And the Otters throw it back to the point. Gannon there. Beats one, beats two. Now that's going to go for an icing. No, that's going to hit the net. And 5:39 to go. Taken by Buckwalter. Throws the puck up to Bowen. Bowen chips it up past. And offsides. No offsides. The officials decide to let it go. All right. Being the second period, the bench is so deep in the zone. Puck came down and, yeah, anyways. Goes up to Boy. She looks. Walks in. Nice way to take the ice she's given. That shot just goes wide. And thrown to the point. Off the stick of Gannon. And taken by Boy. She chips it up. And Wellington can run into it. She's got a chance. Just not able to get there. Pirot takes it. Realizes she was going to be offsides. And now is onsides. But look out. Uh-oh. The small player from the Otters with some speed. That shot goes wide. Taken by Boy now. She chips it up the wall. And too many men, women on Otters. Not going to be called. And offsides. That one's called. Okay. They didn't call it on us down here. But I guess because they were actually coming into the zone there. All right, so F.A. Wellington Pirot with Boy and Gannon. They throw the puck into the zone. Boy takes it, hits Pirot, and just a cluster. Just been a lot of bunching up this game, and not just, mostly not from North Pittsburgh, actually. It's been a lot of Otters just in the same spot, so there's 4 and 5 bodies to try to get the puck through. Just causes some mayhem. So that puck in on net, held by Kaler, and some pushing and shoving in front of the net. 4:07 to go, second period. And we'll have a line change, though. It doesn't look like the forwards want to leave. They all just stood there and looked at each other. So we're going to have Watts, double A. Watts, Subway, and Chismar, with Boy and Gannon. Puck to the point, pressured by Watts. And Chismar has it, bumps it to Watts. She steps on the puck, and it stays in the zone. Shot knocked aside by Kaler, and up to the point it goes. Held in nicely by the defensewoman of the Otters. This one's going to go to Chismar on the weak side. She looks and throws it down the ice. Going to be an ice. And we'll get a whistle with 3:36 to go, second period. So the game was pretty high tempo there, and it seemed to favor North Pittsburgh, but the last few shifts it's gotten a lot more choppy. It seems to much more be to the advantage of the Otters. So that puck's outletted wide to Chismar. She comes in and looks, shot, hits the defenseman. And that's rimmed around, going to be taken by Palumbo. Her shot gets blocked, and she does battle for the puck, overcomes Boy. And the Otters continue forward. Shot, that goes wide. Double A down low to clean up the defensive zone, and puts it right into the official skate. I don't think I've ever seen a puck hit the official so many times. Centering pass, that goes through everyone. And taken by Watts. She looks, surveys, hits a skate. Just choppy, like it's not anything we're doing wrong. There's so many bodies there. They just get something on the puck every time. Taken by the Otters, that shot goes wide. And centering pass, knocked aside. And puck in front, rebound, score. Just a dirty goal in front. They got a few whacks at it. We weren't able to clear them out, and it goes, and down we go 1-0. All right, so late goal in the period there for the Otters. 2:32 remaining. We've got Butcher, Shields, Bowen with Gannon and Wright, and taken by Butcher. She's going to dump and chase, and rims it around. Bowen over to do battle. Hits the puck, swings it right back down low to Shields on the other side, and Shields has it. She looks, can't see it's below us, and it goes to Butcher. Butcher has it, goes up high, goes wide. Bowen's going to push. Now Wright's going to come down and just goes past the stick of Bowen and Wright. But, Otters player fell and Wright kind of tripped right over. And we're waiting for a whistle. Now, there we go. 1:54 to go remaining in the second period. All right, so we're going to have F.A., Wellington, and Puro. And in the skates, taken by Gannon. Nice little toe drag there. And continues forward. Gannon displaying some offensive highlight reel plays there with the toe drag, the pull up, and Wellington Wright. Wright was able to get there, throws it back to center red, gathered on by the Otters. They go D to D. Puro with the pressure, gets stick on puck, but still not able to stop it. And Wright tips it up. Now look out, FA's got a chance. Not able to get there, just short armed a little bit now. Onside, Puro continues. Oh, she gets tripped. No call. Wow. What are we watching? Yikes. Down behind it goes to FA. Her centering pass gets knocked aside. And Wellington over, applies pressure. Nice stick on stick there. Puro not able to hold it. And back come the Otters. They're at center red with a nice outlet pass. Gannon steps up beautifully. Prevents that one from going in. Hits the official again. And in comes Gannon. Dude, he blew the whistle when we had possession in the zone. You can't do that. Like we had an opportunity to score. Yikes. Hope the player from Erie's okay, but yeah, it looked like she fell backwards and hit her head. So 52.1 to go. So I've been informed, I don't know myself, but I was told that this will be our last game. We won't be making the championship, so we'll be on the road a little earlier than we'd like, but I think it's been a fun weekend. The girls have seemed to have a lot of fun. I know it was my daughter Delaney's first ever away tournament, and she can't stop smiling. So thank you to all the coaching staff, parents, and kids for making this such an enjoyable weekend, and helping these kids create memories that are going to last a lifetime for them. So. All right, so we're going to have Watts, Puro, and Chismeyer. Looks like Double A's gone back to defense. And that goes to the point to Palumbo. Her shot, rebound, big rebound, save. Oh! Just tackled in front of Puro. Like, she's had a rough game. Chismeyer does battle. And she goes to the point. Beautiful pass there to Buckwalter. Shot. That hits a stick. Goes into the corner. Watts first on it. 30 seconds remaining. That centering pass goes through everyone all the way to the point. And Chismar does well to hold the puck in. Now it does get out. They keep it onside. They do. Go back to the D there, and Palumbo looks, and she's going to tip it and let Watts go in and dig. Emmy applies pressure, and thrown back to center red to Buckwalter. 7 seconds. That should do the period. So we'll join you back here momentarily for third period action, and that'll do it. All right. Be back in a moment. All right. Welcome back to third period action. We've got FA, Wellington, and Wright now, with Boy and Double A on defense. So Wellington does battle, gets the puck in, continues to fight, goes the point to, or the center ice to Boy, now taken by Wright. She dumps it cross ice, and out come, off the stick of skate of FA, but still they come forward to the Otters. Nice back check there by Wright. Double A applies pressure, now FA has it, and she cuts the middle. And cuts left. Now cuts right. Continues on. She's got a step. Tried to center it. Had Wellington. Nice play by one of the defensemen of the Otters. Back to FA. And Wellington in front. Looks, pulls up. Has Wright. Tries to go to her. Shot saved and held by the goaltender of the Otters. All right, so we've got Butcher, Bowen, Shields, Palumbo, and Gannon. Oh, great. We got Gannon and, well, at least I can do this now. One's lefty, one's righty. It should help me keep it straight now. And up the wall they go, held in by Gannon, and down to Bowen. She does battle, goes back to the point to Gannon, and out they come. Gannon completely across the ice, applies pressure, and takes the body. Offsides are the Otters. 10:56 to go. Face off will be to the left of Kaler at the blue line. And Butcher steps in. She wins that one forward. And Bowen applies pressure. Get dumped in. And going to be gathered on by Palumbo behind the net. And rimmed up, taken away by the Otters. Cross ice pass taken by Gannon. And Bowen will come down. She'll grab the puck, chip it up the wall, and just misses Butcher, but it goes to Bowen again. She does once, twice, no. And Gannon's going to try. Held in again, but Bowen there chips it just a little hard. Could have had Butcher for a possible breakaway, but not able to get it there. And nice play by Palumbo. Goes to the other corner, and Bowen's going to chase. And she has it. No, doesn't have it. It goes between her legs. Gannon, though, from the point. Shot. Tipped in front by Shield. Save. Rebound. Still there. Can anybody put it in? Oh, man. Absolute chaos in front of the net. Not able to be buried by the three North Pitt players just in front, looking to get some whack-a-mole goal. All right, so we've got Puro, Chismar and Watts. Chismar in front. Score! Rebound. The dirty we've been looking for. There it is. 1-1. 10, 59, 56 to go. Third period. North Pitt finally solves the riddle that is the Otters goaltender. Shields is dancing. Looks like it's a rain dance on the bench. And Buckwalter tips it forward. Chismar does battle. They go into the boards hard. Both keep their feet. Now Buckwalter comes over. She takes it away. Chips it up once. Man, this 14 is scrappy for the Otters. And taken by AA. Thrown to the point. Now Watts is in a foot race. She gets to it. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Centering pass. That's knocked aside. Centering pass again. Knocked aside. Now Pirot. Not able to get it, but goes to Watts. And to the point to Buckwalter. She goes down low, and it goes to Pirot. Now it goes to Watts. Wide open shot. Rebound. Chismar almost with her second one. Just missed being able to make it 2-1 and in heartbeat. Nice play there by Buckwalter to step up at the blue line. And Chismar back covering in defensive positioning. She goes D to AA. And off the wall goes AA to Watts. Just past her stick. And thrown back to center red. And taken by Boy. And now FA has it. She regroups. And outlet it over to Wright. Now Wright comes in. She drives wide. Pulls up. Centering pass. Almost had Wellington. And back come the Otters. Palumbo with solid positioning. Stick in right hand. Pushes the body player wide. They just throw it to the net. And all the way back out to center red. D to D go the Otters. Nice play by FA to apply pressure. Can Wellington get there? No, but Otters are able to clear it. Nice play by the Otters there. And puck shot up to Wright by Boy. And Wright drives wide. Onsides. Centering pass to Wellington. Just knocked off of her stick. Now FA has it. She tries to shoot. That gets blocked. And behind her Wright. Wright wraparound. Rebound. There is none. $7:56 to go. So we'll have Butcher, Bowen, Shields, Gannon, and Buckwalter. And that one in front to Shields. Shot saved, knocked aside by the Erie goaltender, excuse me. And Butcher on the puck. Now Shields applies pressure. And up to the wall. Not able to be held in, but gathered on by Butcher. And that one's thrown to center red. Now dumped in by the Otters. Gannon takes the puck. Goes up the wall. And all the way to the point. That one goes wide and taken by Buckwalter. She chips it up to Shields. Shields chips it up to Butler. Or excuse me. Butcher, excuse me. And ripped all the way around. Up the point to Gannon. Her shot blocked by, taken by Bowen into Shields. Shields shot and held and covered by the Otters goaltender. High stick there on Butcher, right in front of the officials. Pirot, Chismar, and Watts with Boy and AA. One by Pirot to Watts, then to Chismar, then to Boy, now to AA. She's going to rip it. Nope, not able to. Defenseman right in her face. Forward right in the defenseman's face. There we go. Now Pirot takes it. Winds up. That shot goes behind the net, and Boy will come over to, Watts will come over to apply pressure. And now Pirot goes to Watts. And she does battle with the Erie defenseman. Now it goes to AA. She rims it around behind, and Chismar goes to get it. Centering pass, knocked away by the goaltender. Beautiful read by the goaltender of the Otters there. And back they come. Puck goes to Boy. She looks, tries to go to Pirot and doesn't get there. And now Double A is going to gather on. In behind the net. And nice move there. Cuts to the middle, and Double A is going to push. She continues on, cuts to the outside, still going, on her feet, shot, save, made. And there is no rebound. Nice glove hand by the goaltender of the Otters. 5:59 to go, third period. F.A. Wellington and Wright, Palumbo and Gannon, and won by the Otters. Up the middle they go. Taken by Palumbo, shot, held, rebound. F.A. with the shot, got the right leg out. Now Wellington there, not able to get it on net. What a beautiful save by the goaltender of the Otters. And back they come now. Nice back check by F.A. Puck dumped in, taken by Gannon. She chips it up the wall and out. Back in and offsides are the Otters. 5:31 to go, third period. And I think Wellington had something go on, so she's going to be replaced by Bowen. And in we go. And F.A. wins it forward. Taken by the Otters defense. No, F.A. with the pressure, almost got in clean. And shot from the point. That misses everything. Goes in behind the net. Going to be gathered on by Gannon. And she chips it up the wall to Bowen. And Bowen goes to Gannon. And Gannon pushes. Throws it back to center red. F.A. applies pressure. Back in. The Otters playing like they have a lead. Just happy to dump and chase. And Gannon goes off the wall. That misses Bowen. That was Palumbo that went off the wall. See, the white helmets every time are going to get me. And it goes all the way down. And no ice. It's not going to be far enough. Wright applies pressure. And thrown all the way back to center red. Can Buckwalter get there? She does. And Adamski over. Adamowski, excuse me. Double A. Thrown back to center right. The game's getting real choppy, sloppy all of a sudden, like it was earlier. So Buckwalter goes to F.A. F.A. meets resistance right at the blue line. Dumped in, and offsides are all right. 4:21 to go. Shields, Butcher, Bowen, Buckwalter, and Adamowski. And more choppy. And Adamowski dumps it. And taken by the Otters. Up the wall to Butcher. Butcher dumps it down low. And Bowen applies pressure. Rimmed around. And they throw it all the way down the ice. No ice. And taken by Butcher. She chips it, and in front it goes. Double A takes it. Now it goes to Butcher. And she whines, she dines, she continues to roll. That shot goes just off the side of the net. And rimmed all the way around and back to center ice to Boy. Boy goes D to Gannon. And Gannon met with resistance. Now Boy comes over. Shot, that goes wide. And Chismar takes the puck and throws it back to center red, where Palumbo applies pressure. Now it goes to Chismar. She continues on, drives, cuts to the middle, just knocked off our stick, taken by Palumbo, or Puro, jeez. And in behind the net. Chismar centering pass, hits a skate, goes to Boy, no, she's not able to cover it up. And Gannon takes it, throws it up to Puro, and Puro pushes. Shot, save, rebound, covered by the Otters goaltender. 2:44 to go, third period. All right, so Wellington appears to be okay. We'll have F.A. Wellington and Wright with Gannon and Boy. In steps F.A. And Wellington knocks it over to FA. Wright knocks it to the net and knocked aside by the goaltender. Up to the point that goes to Boyd and chipped it back into Wright. Wright centering pass, shot on net and covered and held by the Otters goaltender. All right, so we'll get a defensive pairing change with now AA and Palumbo. And one to Wright. Her shot goes behind the net. Wellington centering pass, hit by the goaltender. FA almost put it in there. Centering pass. And Wright has it. That one hits one skate, two skate, and thrown all the way down for an ice. We'll have a whistle with 2:12 to go. So game slowing down. Bureau, Watson, Chismeyer with Palumbo and AA. Won nicely by Palumbo to Palumbo, by Puro to Palumbo, and Chismeyer centering pass. That goes through everybody and thrown to the point. Palumbo goes D to D. AA waits for him to get onside and dumps it in. And Puro applies pressure. Puck skips right out in front of the net, taken by the defensewoman of the Otters, and back they come. AA with 1-2 whacks. That shot knocked aside and put into the corner beautifully, taken by Chismeyer. And she looks, flips it up high. Gonna be icing? It is, with 1:33 to go. We're gonna have FA, Wellington, and Wright with Gannon and Buckwalter. FA steps in, and she beats one, beats two. That feisty 14 again, though. Man, that girl is a good little hockey player. Hits the official skate yet again, and FA dumps it in. And stepped up on by Gannon. Meets the forward with resistance and taken by Wright. Wright goes up to Wellington. She has a step. Pushes, shot. That goes off the side of the net and behind. Wellington again, centering pass. Now Wright shot. FA save and held 55 seconds ago. All right, so we'll have AA and Palumbo as your D pairing. And to the point it goes to Palumbo. She goes to AA. She turns, shot, tipped in front by FA. Beautiful look. Centering past the goaltender stick is in the way again. Not only making saves, but preventing shots. Just, it's impressive to watch. And AA steps up. Uh-oh, look out. Back they come 3-on-1. They lose the puck. Now we've got a chance. AA pushes. She's got a shot. Wrister off the shoulder and into the corner. Beautiful look. 20 seconds remaining. And that goes by everybody. They say no icing. And the Furt guy calls the icing again, so 9.3 to go. And we're going to have Butcher, Bowen, and Shields with Palumbo and AA. 9.3 remaining, 1-1 third period. See if we can't get one to the net here. And it goes to Shields. She tries to get it now. It's going to be thrown to the point to AA. AA shot gets blocked, one, and that'll do it. Well, thank you for joining us here this weekend. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And hopefully the next away tournament, I'll be able to broadcast that, and we'll see what happens.